Today we're going to be making Snickerdoodle cookies. This is going to allow you to practice your measuring skills and also get introduced to some cooking terms that you're going to find in lots of cookie recipes. So today I'm going to be using my mixer. If you don't have that, you can use a handheld electric mixer. And I also have mise en place. I've gotten all my tools out, my ingredients, and I'm ready to go. Our ingredients today are 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. Cream of tartar comes in the spice aisle. It's a white powder. Baking soda, cinnamon, salt, unsalted butter, 1 cup. You can use salted butter if that's all you have. Granulated sugar, an egg, and vanilla. Okay, so let's start. The first step says that I should combine my topping ingredients ahead of time. So in a custard cup, I have put 1/3 cup of sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm going to stir that together. This is what we're going to use later to roll the cookie dough in. Kind of gives Snickerdoodle cookies their traditional flavor of cinnamon sugar. Okay, so I've mixed those two together and I'm going to set that to the side. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my butter. Now it calls for 1 cup of butter. So the step says in a large mixing bowl, using your hand mixer or a stand mixer with the paddle attachment, beat your butter and your sugar together on high speed until smooth and creamy. All right, so 1 cup of butter is actually 2 sticks. So that's going into my mixture. I'm also going to add my sugar to that. So I need 1 1/3 cups of sugar. Okay, so remember that when you're measuring sugar, you can go ahead and dip it in. Not flour. Flour you need to spoon in and level. With sugar you can dip it in because it fills the space. Okay, so I'm going to add my 1 cup and my 1/3 cup to my butter. Now what I'm going to do next, it says to mix it. And it says to mix it for about 2 minutes. What we're actually doing there is creaming. So in recipes, you will see that it will say cream the butter and the sugar together. When it does say that, what they mean, cream is a cooking term. And what they mean is that you're going to mix this with your mixer for a minimum of 2 minutes until the butter and the sugar are fully incorporated and the mixture looks light and fluffy. This changes the texture of the butter and of the sugar. It helps the sugar become absorbed by the butter and creates a better texture for your cookie. So don't skip this step. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cream for about 2 minutes. Okay, 2 things I didn't mention. When you are creaming the butter and the sugar, which I just finished doing, make sure that you're doing that on high speed. It helps the process happen a little bit quicker. Also, another thing I did not mention was in the recipe before we begin, we needed to look at our list of ingredients and to make sure that we have completed any prep steps. So there is 1 prep step to complete, and actually there's 2. One concerns the butter. So it calls for 1 cup of unsalted butter, but then next to that it says softened to room temperature. So before I began, I had to get my butter out and let it come to room temperature before I could get started so that my butter and my sugar would get incorporated the correct way. It also says 1 large egg at room temperature. So I did also at that time take out my egg and let it come to room temperature. All right, so now we are continuing on. So my butter now is all creamed. It looks light and fluffy. I did it for about 2 minutes. And I've also started the next step, which is to measure out all my dry ingredients into a separate bowl. To add flour, 3 cups. So I put 2 cups in here, and I'm going to measure out my last cup just to remind you how to measure flour. Remember that you stir it up first, you spoon it in lightly, very lightly. Do not move your cup around. And do not dip your measuring cup into the flour. Okay, I'm going to level it and put it into my bowl with my other 2 cups of flour. So 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Here's my baking soda. I need my 1 teaspoon. Make sure it's my teaspoon and not my tablespoon. I'm going to dip it in. I'm going to level it off. And I'm going to add it to my flour mixture. Okay, the next thing that it's asking for is cinnamon, cream of tartar, and salt. So I'll start with my cream of tartar, and I need 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna take the same teaspoon, I'm gonna come in and I am going to get one of my custard cups that I have out, and I'm going to level this because it's a little hard to level it into the container. So 1 teaspoon, I can put what's extra back later so I don't waste it, and 2 teaspoons. Okay, so that's my cream of tartar. And my cinnamon will be next, and if you need to, wipe out your measuring spoon first, you can. This one, however, has 2 sides, so I really could use this for one and this for another ingredient. Both of those are 1 teaspoon. All right, so I'm gonna put this in, kind of shake a little bit off, and I need to level that as well. Okay, I'm gonna get a different custard cup so I can put that back later. All right, so I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon, and in it goes. All right, and now we need to add salt. Don't forget the salt. That adds a lot of flavor, and it also adds tenderness to your cookie. Okay, so the salt is 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, so I'm gonna get my 1/2 teaspoon out. Here it is. Okay, and I'm gonna measure my salt. Remember, we don't measure over the bowl. That way, if we make a mistake, it's not all in there. Okay, so those are my dry ingredients. It's very common with cookies that dry ingredients are measured separately and then added to your liquid ingredients. Okay, we'll whisk this together so that it's incorporated before I add it. Okay, so I need to add my vanilla and my egg to my creamed mixture. So my vanilla is 2 teaspoons. So I need my teaspoon again. And I'm going to do this very close to my mixing bowl. All right, so 1 teaspoon goes in, 2 teaspoons. Make sure it's teaspoons, get the correct measuring spoon. All right, so my vanilla is in there, and now the only other thing needs to go in there is my egg. So I'm continuing to add my liquid ingredients to my butter mixture. When you crack an egg, remember to crack it, on the counter and get it into the bowl. I'm going to start my mixer again and mix that. And from time to time, I'm gonna want to scrape down the sides of my mixing bowl too to make sure it's all incorporated. Next step is to add my dry ingredients. Now I did whisk these well before I'm going to be adding them. So I'm going to add my dry ingredients to my liquid ingredients. Now the recipe tells me to do this in stages. So I'm going to do 3 different times. I'm going to pour some in, let it mix, and then 2 more times until it's all incorporated. Okay, now this recipe is a little different than some Snickerdoodle recipes because this one we will not have to chill the dough. Only when you make Snickerdoodle cookies, you have to make the dough and then chill it for 30 minutes. With this one, you can go right on to making your cookies. Okay, so I poured about 1/3 of my dry ingredients in there, and I'm gonna start it on slow so it doesn't come flying out. If you're using your hand mixer, remember to do the same thing. And I'm gonna let that mix. My mixture now is starting to get really thick. I still have my last third to add in, so I'm gonna stop. I stopped my mixer, I'm gonna add in the rest of this. Make sure you get it in there, all of it. And I'm going to mix that in. Again, I'm going to start slow. It's going to be a really thick mixture. So if you're using a hand mixer, you might notice it's struggling a little bit, and so keep an eye on that again. Okay, so I need to just turn it up just a little bit. Okay, it's incorporated. You don't need to do it any longer than once you see most of the flour already mixed. I'm done mixing it together, and my mixture is very thick, as you can see. And you want to take a wooden spoon and you want to make sure that you've incorporated all of the ingredients. Because this is such a thick dough, that is going to help us not have to chill this in the refrigerator before making our cookies. Okay, so now we're ready to make our cookies. I also have preheated my oven, so it is ready to go when my cookies are on the sheet pan. My oven is preheated to 375. All right, so here I have 2 sheet pans because I know that it's going to take 2 sheet pans to get all of the cookies on there. Okay, so earlier I made my topping, which is cinnamon and sugar mixed together. Make sure you mix that really well. And when I make my cookies, I am going to take each cookie that I make, I'm going to roll it in the cinnamon sugar and put it on my sheet pan. Now you want to try to make your cookies uniform in size so that they all bake at the same time. So to make the cookies, it says to use a cookie scoop. If you can't, you can just take a teaspoon, gather some up if you don't have the cookie scoop. Okay, again, you're gonna this is a really soft dough, really pretty easy to work with. Kind of roll it into a shape, round shape, and roll it in the sugar and put it on your sheet pan. If you do have a cookie scoop, it is kind of a medium size, and again, you can kind of put your cookie dough into there. Usually it kind of lets it go like this, but you still need to kind of roll it into the round shape. What this is good for is making all your cookies about the same size. All right, roll it in the sugar, and it's gonna go on my sheet pan. And I'm gonna be able to put about 12 on each sheet pan. All right, so okay, our cookies are ready to go in the oven. Okay, so they're gonna go in a preheated oven for about, let's see, what does the recipe say? 10 minutes. Just took my Snickerdoodles out of the oven, and as you can see, they are very puffy right now, so we want to let them sit on the sheet pan for about 10 minutes. Then you can remove them to a cooling rack to finish cooling before you can enjoy them. All right, so by making this recipe of Snickerdoodles, we practiced our measuring skills, and we learned about a common cooking term that you will see in cookie recipes, cream, C-R-E-A-M, which means to mix your butter and your sugar together until light and fluffy, and that process takes approximately 2 minutes. One of the greatest things about Snickerdoodles is that you normally will have most of these ingredients around the house. You don't have to go out and buy extra things to make these cookies. They're easy, everybody likes them, and as you can see, they come together pretty quickly. All right, so we're done, and I just hope that you all, after you make this, you all clean up and enjoy the cookies.